Shalom, shalom, shalom. Call all Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushua, Ba'Hashem Kawadash. Once again, double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations also go out to the fellow Akim, alright, that are out there on the highways and byways, pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth. Alright, trying to make up the remaining hopefully elect. This is Naaman with the DC camp. And as you see here on the screen, it's a disclaimer because I'm going to be using a video. Alright, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use. Alright, for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Alright, fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, and personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use, because I have no plans of profiting off of this whatsoever. It's just a teaching tool. Alright, so the video for today, we're going to be talking about a real piece of shit. Alright, and don't you think for one instant that this was just one incident of this. This is widespread because, after all, racism and the hatred that we get from our main enemy, Edomites, these so-called white people. Alright, it's damn. This is really sick and twisted, but then again, this describes these Edomites to a T. What we have here is a firefighter who's up in age, and well, let's let the person that made the video tell it. This is fucked up, man. But it shouldn't surprise you at the same time. Oh, the dentist. Oh, there you go. '89th birthday. Wait till you hear this shit. That's what they all say. See, and this is where when we always say, you stupid, ignorant ass Christians, and I'm talking about you Jakes, because here's a representative of that same Christianity that all this was done in the name of. And you still in that mindset. You are, I've got so many words in my, let me say it this way. One of the reasons in Christianity being used as it was as a weapon against our own people, they used our own book against us. Unknowingly, you Christians, even to this day, your white supremacist so-called brethren, all of you have been played. These so-called Jews, they on another level. See, you have helped them. The criminal organization that really is. And when you read Isaiah 44 and 5, even though that's talking about actual Israelites, the way it's worded is exactly what they did. Let me get this. Although that's a whole nother video. But, because it's all under Edomite / white supremacy. This is Israel, the Lord's chosen. We're talking about the true Hebrew Israelites, because that's what they are. Here's what they did, just the way it's worded. Just understand, this is what I'm using this as an example. One shall say, I am the Most High, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob. But they're not. They're descendants of Jacob's brother Esau. They are Edomites. Read Genesis 36 chapter. And another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Most High, and surname himself by the name of Israel. That's why I use this as an example, because the way it's worded, this is what they've done. And they do everything wicked that you can imagine, and when they're called out for it, oh, you're anti-Semite. There's no such word as Semite. But back to this. All you motherfuckers have been played. Even the white supremacist Christians. But they know what's going on. You dumbass Jakes don't get it. Still to this day, another example that I always use. This will be my first time actually saying it. You have to understand where the Most High has his elect, his remnant. Look at the flip side of that. They've turned you stupid ass Jakes into something that they can have as, well, we know this segment over here will always have our best interest at heart, no matter what. I also use, for example, sometimes I'll use the story of Stalin's chicken. Look it up. I'm not arguing whether it was true or not. Read the example. The point being, this motherfucker knows he can do anything he wants to our people, the majority of which, and they're always, because of what they were taught in Christianity, they're going to always forgive. Look at the cases that in recent years in the courts. Now, Jake will act a fool when it's another Jake, but when them motherfuckers do some shit to you, oh, you go out of your way. I forgive you. You don't realize. Oh. But back to this. This is. Whew. That's some fucked up shit. Now you understand why what's coming to these motherfucking Edomites and why these Christians gotta be. Fuck them. Fuck them. I've got scriptures in my mind. I've got Jeremiah 16. I've got Micah 5 and 7. In fact, let's get that because let's finish this out and I'll come to that later because I'm going to get some comments. But damn, Psalms 83. Good God, who's the first one on the shit list? That's Esau. That's the so-called Edomites. That's the so-called white man. See, it's the spirit. He's Remember the scriptures say you should have war with Amalek from generation to generation. All right, that's the ones that are over there and that run the banking industry. All right, that were behind the theft of our land, that are posing as us. That's Amalek. Let's continue on with this. Yeah, they're everywhere. Yeah, for you idiots that follow someone like Vocab Malone. This is the white, upstanding Christian. They'll come and pass out lollipops to your kids. And these motherfuckers that, well, when they have the opportunity, they just let you burn. And watch. Yeah, like I said, it's in all aspects. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Like that old saying said, half ain't never been told. And, well, that's true. We may never truly know, at least on this side, to the extent that this murderous piece of shit, all the things that he's actually done. And that's why I brought up that scripture, Micah 5 and 7 and 8. All right. And well, again, we'll play a little bit more and then I'll get those scriptures. Yeah, unfortunately. because Jake is so trusting. Let's go to 2nd Maccabees. Jake is too trusting. All right, let's go to 2nd Maccabees. This is an account in history. All right. Oh, but I have to, as a disclaimer on this too, don't take this the wrong way. All right, because again, our weapons of warfare are not carnal. All right, just remember that. This is 2nd Maccabees 12:1. It says, when these covenants were made, Lysias went unto the king, and the Jews were about their husbandry. But of the governors of several places, Timotheus, and Apollonius, the son of Genius, also Hieronymus and Demophon, and beside them Nicanor, the governor of Cyprus, would not suffer them to be quiet and live in peace. Has anything changed? Nope. Think of all the stories we heard of after chattel slavery, when we set up towns and whatever have you, settlements, to get away from these, as Willie D puts it, uncivilized mutts. And what did they do? They would not let us live in peace, even to this day. All right. Verse 3, the men of Joppa also did such an ungodly deed. They prayed the Jews that dwelt among them to go with their wives and children into the boats which they had prepared, as though they had meant them no hurt. Verse 4, here's the point. Who accepted of it according to the common decree of the city, as being desirous to live in peace, and suspecting nothing. But when they were gone forth into the deep, they drowned no less than 200 of them. And I'd always suspected, this scripture here, this chapter here, I'd always suspected that that was the intent behind ultimately what happened with Marcus Garvey with those raggedy ass ships. There's no way else to say it when you get a look at them. That might have been the plan there, because who brokered that? That was a young lawyer by the name of J. Edgar Hoover, when you go into it, before he became the head of the FBI. All right, let's go back to the video. There you go. Also reminds me of a story years ago I heard about this ex-Klansman. Well, no, he's no such thing, but this Klansman. And he was, how am I going to say this? He would have these visions, dreams. I can't remember for sure whether this is while he was sleeping or what, but in any case, he was haunted by the images of this old Jake. Go into this, like a rage. He'd be throwing hands at the air, every time this would happen. And as the reporter was interviewing, and they were telling the story, and come to find out, every time that happened, his wife would laugh. And throughout his home was a bunch of clocks, all working. All these clocks around the house, like, oh. And I can't remember, because it's been so long, I can't remember if they ever said that, oh no, it was stated that, he gave an answer for that. I can't remember because it's been so long ago, but what they're saying here. And as a matter of fact, you know what? Nah, that's all right. But there were some comments because I recorded this because I didn't want to have, be constantly interrupted like you do with those damn commercials. But in any case, I'll put the link to the video. You can read some of the comments, and they go in on this piece of shit here. But that's, like I said, I don't know if you'd be surprised or not. I'm not, that there's a whole lot more incidents, even to this day that happens. These are the wicked. They are the wicked. All right. And, damn. But let me get those these scriptures. Micah 5. And you wonder at what point there's going to be a time, it says a remnant shall be delivered. All right. That this is going to happen. What is going to take for Jake to just say, fuck this. There's certain things that has to happen, of course. We're still waiting on the MOTB. Who knows if, but it's close. It's very close. But anyway, this is Micah 5 and 7. And the remnant, we're talking about that remnant, that elect of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Most High Yahweh, as the showers upon the grass that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. All right? And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion amongst the beasts of the forest. And they're making it so easy, aren't they, with all this gentrification? All right, they think that it's just going to go smooth. They're going to be, they're just waiting for Jake to kill themselves off, or, everybody being put out in the streets, especially here in the district. In D.C. It's like cranes everywhere. They're building so fast. All right. Let's see. Verse 8, it says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both tread it down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. 9, thine hands shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. But keep in mind Zephaniah 3 and 8, because you got a bunch of idiots out here. And I want to set this straight now so there be no confusion here. Zephaniah 3 and 8, because this is a commandment. Therefore wait ye up on until the day that I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Remember Joel, the 3rd chapter. All right. So with that, hey, that, like I said, there's many more like that. Don't think that that's just an isolated incident. Please don't. All right. It's many more like that in different fields throughout, like he was running down his list, because this is institutionalized racism. It's intertwined, all right, in the fabric, especially in America. All right. There was a video I was watching earlier today. This Jake went to Italy, which I've been many, many years ago, and I might have, according to him, they might have thought he was from, an so-called African immigrant or something like that. He went to go into the elevator, and this, it's an Edomite, just held out her hand and just pushed him back, like, what the fuck? I might post that, with it, with the link here. But in any case, yeah, if you're not of the mindset that you don't want to get the fuck up out of here, if you're not in that Isaiah 51 and 14 and 2 Peter 3 and 11, Hebrews 11 chapter 14 through 16 and chapter 13 of that same book, in verse 14. Hey, nah, we want to get the ones in to see what's going on. Nah, we want out of here. We want the fuck up out of here. So with that, until the next video, hey, again, keep praying. Pray for your fellow Akim, especially fellow Akim. Always keep your fellow Akim in your prayers, all right? To the next video, hey, shalom.